Positioning your baby helps her physical and emotional development and creates more opportunities for her to learn. Congratulations on your new arrival. You, as parents, are the most important influence in your baby's life. There are many things to learn about caring for a newborn. This presentation is designed to help you with positioning your baby during awake time to encourage his development. Positioning refers to the way we hold and place our babies. This includes placing them on their tummies, on their sides, over your lap, as well as various ways to hold them. The Back to Sleep campaign, begun in 1992, has decreased sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, by 40 to 60%. Because research showed that the risk of SIDS increases when babies sleep on their tummies, the campaign recommends that babies sleep on their back in their own bed. It is safest for baby if there are no blankets, pillows, stuffed animals, or bumper pads. Although Back to Sleep has improved safety for sleep, we should remember that tummy to play is important too. Since baby spends time on her back while sleeping, it is important to change to a different position as much as possible during awake time. This will help with strength, development, and early learning, as well as bonding and play skills. Tummy time stretches and strengthens muscles for gross and fine motor skills. The changes in positioning help with movement and balance, which affects what is called the vestibular system. It also helps develop the visual system. In the past decade, there has been a great increase in use of equipment designed to hold babies. Swings, bouncy seats, and the use of car seats in the home are examples of equipment used for brief periods of time so caretakers can cook a meal, attend to other siblings, or take a shower. However, your baby will benefit greatly from time spent out of equipment, being held in your arms, on your lap, or on the floor. One of life's greatest joys is to hold your baby. Initially, babies can see 7 to 9 inches, the typical distance between caretaker and baby when they are held. Holding your baby is very important for bonding, giving baby a sense of security, language development, and eye contact. The physical touch between caretaker and baby gives the baby important information about his body. Tummy time is important for many reasons. There are muscles in the front of the trunk and hips that are short from being curled up in the fetal position. Tummy time stretches out these muscles. It also helps strengthen the muscles in the back of the neck and trunk, as well as the shoulders, as the baby tries to lift up his head against gravity. The baby experiences the feel of the surface against his face and body. This experience helps him begin to understand his body and how it moves. The baby's head is in the horizontal position, which is important to stimulate the vestibular system. This will help with movement, balance, and coordination. The visual system is used in a very active way as the baby lifts up her head to look around at her environment. The baby receives information from her hands and arms, which helps develop fine motor skills. A baby typically can lift her head up off the floor soon after birth. As she practices this and gets stronger, she will be able to lift her head and chest off the floor and rest on forearms by the age of 4 months. By 6 months, babies start to reach for toys while lying on her tummy. As you can see, head control and hand use develop together in an optimal way in tummy lying. Here, mother and baby get to know each other while baby works on strengthening neck and eyes. There is so much fun to be had in floor play. Place interesting toys around for baby to look at. Get down on the floor with your baby, as faces, and especially you, are very interesting to her. If lying flat on the floor on the tummy is difficult for your baby, place her over your lap with one of your legs slightly higher so she is able to see and play. This can also be helpful for babies with reflux. Reflux is a condition in which the contents of the stomach leak backwards into the food pipe or the esophagus. This may lead to a baby not wanting to be placed on her tummy. Leaning back slightly on a couch or recliner with your baby on your chest is another option to help baby lift his head. Placing your baby over a boppy pillow or rolled up towel can help him lift his head and chest. Side lying with a rolled blanket behind the back is another position for awake time. This helps your baby to feel the sides of her body and be comfortable with her head in a different position. A carrier with baby facing backward is an option for babies who do not yet have head control. This allows the caretaker to have arms free. A carrier with baby facing forward is for babies who have head control. This can generally be used by 3 to 4 months of age. A sling is another option to assist with carrying your baby. There are many different types and many ways your baby can be positioned. A positioning seat is a chair designed for babies who have head control but are not yet able to sit by themselves. The difference between this and a bouncy seat is that there is no pressure against the back of the baby's head. A tray is available for placement of toys. For safety's sake, babies should not be left unattended in this chair. Torticollis. Due to the increased time spent on the back and less time in other positions, a condition called torticollis has increased dramatically the last 10 years. It involves muscles in the neck becoming tight so that the baby is unable to hold his head in an upright or vertical position. He may have trouble turning his head to one side or the other. This baby's head is tilted to the left. He is unable to bring his head to the vertical position. Baby's head is tilted to the left, with left ear closer to the left shoulder. Lack of appropriate tummy time is not the only cause of torticollis. Sometimes it is caused by prolonged holding of one position in utero. Other times it can be caused by irritation of the muscles during delivery. In other cases, it may not appear until 2 to 3 months of age due to repetitively similar positioning, reclined or on his back. When a baby is in equipment but does not yet have head control, gravity tends to bring the baby's head into a tilted and rotated position. Here, the baby is able to look all the way to the right, but not as far to the left. There are many possible signs that torticollis is developing. Because a baby with torticollis tends to look more toward one side, he may not be as aware of his opposite arm. He may not reach for objects or use that hand as much as the other. Muscles may be short on one side of the trunk, which may lead to postural problems in the future. Eyes may not work together, as one eye may be positioned more inward than the other. Motor skills may be uneven, where the baby may be able to roll only to one side or crawl with one foot up. This baby is creeping asymmetrically, seeming to favor one side. He is weak in his right hip, so uses his entire leg to propel himself forward. Plagiocephaly. Positional plagiocephaly is a deformity of the head due to sustained pressure on the back of the head. This can be related to constant positioning night and day in equipment. The back of the head is flattened, usually more to one side. One side of the forehead may be bulging forward, and one ear may be more forward than the other. Notice the flat area on the back right side of head. Plagiocephaly is caused by frequent pressure on one part of the head. This can happen with overuse of equipment or due to in utero positioning. Since it is necessary that babies sleep on their backs, but many often spend most of their waking hours in equipment, they are very vulnerable to plagiocephaly. Plagiocephaly and torticollis often go hand in hand due to the baby's head falling into their flat spot, thus turning his head in that direction. This is a photo of a baby with plagiocephaly. Notice the forward left ear and the bulging left forehead. This is a photo of a baby with a condition called brachycephaly. Similar to plagiocephaly, the head shape has changed. Notice the swooped appearance and flat back of the head. Following positioning recommendations can minimize these changes. When positioning your baby, consider these guidelines. Place your baby in many different positions throughout the day, using equipment as little as possible. Use the car seat for car rides only. Start your baby outright by placing him often on his tummy. And of course, hold your baby frequently. Place toys to either side in all positions. If you have any concerns with your baby, talk to your doctor. Physical therapy may be needed to stretch and strengthen neck and trunk muscles. If your baby has plagiocephaly or brachycephaly, a helmet may be needed to help reshape your baby's head. Early detection and treatment in children less than 4 months of age gets the best results. Should your baby need a helmet, here is an example of one used to reshape a baby's head. Gentle reshaping takes an average of 4 to 5 months. This is an example of a baby's head shape before and after use of a helmet. So much is to be gained for baby by appropriate positioning. While your baby develops strength and motor skills, he also advances in his understanding of his body and the world he lives in. It is all part of the good start that parents provide for their children. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you. Enjoy your baby.